Hi, welcome to my channel Zazaline. My name is Janeta, and in today's tutorial we are working on something practical. So I don't know how about you, but I usually cut my pieces different day than when I sew them. So when I work on something, I have all the pieces cut out, everything ready, but I sew a different day. And then these pieces, sometimes I do 2-3 patterns, I cut them ahead of time, and then they are just lying around, and then I'm losing the pieces, and so I decided to work on this. So this is double-sided, so we have a large slip pocket, and it's PVC, so it's see-through. So let's say when I have my cut out pieces, I'm just easily gonna slide them in. I put all the hardware, so I have a zipper, and I put all the hardware in here, so zippers, zipper pulls, everything I need for that project. And then I have it all organized, and then I have other side, which is exactly the same thing, a slip pocket, a zipper on the top to keep everything closed, and that way it stays nice and organized, and when I get into it, I just take everything and I start sewing. I have this handle, which is a little clip, so buckle, that's how it's called. I have a chair to show you. So you open it up, and so it's more versatile this time, because if you just have it like a solid handle, you wouldn't be able to do this. This is gonna stay, it's behind my chair, and you can just grab it and go. I don't know what else you would use it for little scraps maybe. I don't know, for organizing your sewing studio, you can make a few and just hang them somewhere. But my purpose was to keep my patterns organized. So that's what we are going to be working on today. It is quilted, I don't know if you can see, but it's nice and soft, and it just looks very pretty. So let's get started. For this project we will need cotton fabric. I fused the large pieces with fusible fleece, zipper, PVC, 2 zipper pulls, and that's about it, some kind of handle. I'm gonna start quilting the large pieces, and I will do lines, so I will prep it, and the lines are gonna be 2 inches apart. So when you are done with your design on both pieces, I was just using a regular chalk, because this one will be easily removable, and you just want to see lightly the line so you can follow with your sewing machine. And once we are done quilting on both pieces, we are gonna put this on a side, and we will concentrate on the zipper prep. So we will need the 2 zippers and 2 zipper pulls, and these fun zippers and zipper pulls you can find on my website zazalinestudio.com, and I have a few more printed. I have reflective, glow-in-the-dark zippers, so go to check it out. If anything interests you, it can be yours. So I don't know if you know how to put the zipper pull on the zipper. Basically, you just open it up, and you will slide a little bit on each side, and it's easier when you lie it down on a table. Of course, it's not gonna work now because I am filming, but the key is to put push a little bit in, lie down on the table, and pull. There we go. So this is what we want on both pieces. Okay, so I've already prepped one zipper. So because I have one side orange, one side yellow, I will do orange and not yellow, pink. I don't know my colors. You have the wrong side up, the good sides down. So good side facing each other. And then you will sew 1 centimeter, 3/8 of an inch. And when you do, you open it up, and that's what you will end up with. So this is what we have so far. We will put it on a side. We are gonna grab one of the smaller vinyls and the ends. So I have already prepared one, and this is what we are going to be working on. So we have the clear vinyl, and we are just going to wrap up the raw edges. So how we do that is very simple. We have our pieces. We will fold them in half, press them with hot iron, and then you will have the midline, and you will fold again towards the midline and fold again, and then you will press again with hot iron until you end up with these pieces. So you want to do all of them the same way. We are gonna grab the shorter piece, and basically we will just place this all the way to the edge until it stops. And we can clip them in place. Just make sure it goes all the way. And we are gonna sew, I would say about 3 millimeters, 1/8 of an inch from the edge, from the bottom. If your PVC is sticking to the table, very simple. You just put a piece of paper underneath, and then it's gonna glide much easier. And once we have the smaller pieces done, we are gonna do the same thing with the bigger pieces. So on the, on the bigger pieces, we are just gonna do one side. And it doesn't matter because the PVC doesn't have right or wrong side. So we will just do one side on each of the big pieces. Okay, so we ended up with 2 large pieces. We did only one side, and the smaller pieces, we did both sides. Now we are going to grab the zipper that we prepared earlier, and we are going to grab the smaller piece. And now very easily, we are going to attach the zipper to the panel, the smaller one. And we are just gonna place it right in here. We can put it a little bit lower if you want the zipper to show off. You can leave it a little bit lower because my fabric and zipper is almost the same. I'm just gonna place it right there. And we will take it to the sewing machine, and we are just gonna attach this part to the zipper. Okay, so now we are gonna grab one of the big main panels and the smaller PVC. And before we start sewing, I have these little rollers, and we want to get rid of all the fluff and extra thread because we are closing it down, and then it's gonna be very hard to clean it underneath. So we are gonna place the zipper on the top. So let's line up the edges, the top edge and the side edge. And we are gonna go to the machine, and we are gonna go from all 4 sides. So we want to attach the zipper, the very top zipper, but we want to do only 1/8 of an inch all around. Okay, so this is it. Our pocket is done. So we have a nice wide pocket on the top. Now we are gonna work on the bottom, and now it's up to you. You have few options. You can either place another zipper here. I just want to have a slip pocket so it's easy to take it in and out. And so again, we are gonna line up the bottom and the sides, and we are gonna go and we will do this time only 3 sides. And this is it. We have a nice slip pocket, we have a zipper pocket on the top, and now we will do the same thing on the other piece. Okay, so now both pieces are done, and we will put them on the side, and we are gonna work on the bias. So I have two pieces, but they are not long enough, so I will have to connect them together. And it is very easy to do. You are gonna place good sides on top of each other on a 90-degree angle. And then we are gonna sew. Let me just zoom in so you can see. We are gonna sew from one end to the other, and we are gonna create a little triangle here. So we will just sew from here to here. This is where the other piece is gonna end, and that's where we want to stop. Okay, so we are just gonna cut the corner. We will open it up and we will move it to the ironing station and press this down. So we want to have this nice and flat. Okay, so now once this piece is attached, it is nice and seamless. And we are gonna prep this bias, and we will do it exactly the same like we did the edges of the PVC. So we are gonna fold it in half. Then once we see the mid mark, we will fold it towards the midline and then fold it again. And it's gonna create a nice bias tape. Okay, so once the bias is done, we will put it on the side for a little bit. So I'm going to be working on the handle now, and you can either do a very simple handle. Mine is elastic. You can have a piece of the bias tape. You can cut it off if you have it long enough, and you can use it as a handle. And I will use my buckle because it's going to make it more versatile. So I'm gonna cut it somewhere, not in the middle, but a little bit on a side, somewhere here. And usually I like to seal the edges, just so it doesn't fray. Be careful so you don't burn the house down. And now I will place one side. Oh, come on, you know you want to go there. There on the other side, yes. Okay, very good. Now I will fold it a little bit and clip it. And I will do the same thing on this other side. And we will do the same thing. We will fold it down and clip it in place. We will go to the sewing machine and we want to sew the ends. Okay, so once we are done with the buckle, we are gonna grab one of the panels, and now let's measure, let's make sure that the distance on each side is gonna be equal, it's gonna be the same. Okay, so I placed it 4.5 inches from the edge, and make sure it's not twisted. It's supposed to be the same direction. And now we are gonna go back to the machine and we are just gonna attach the very end. So we are gonna do 1/8 of a seam allowance, 3 millimeters from the edge. Okay, so now we are gonna grab the second panel and we are gonna place them the wrong sides together. So this is what we want to end up with. We want the handle on one side. And let's put the zipper in the middle. I don't want the zipper to get in the machine. And we will place them together. And now we are gonna go around this whole panel. We are gonna attach these two together. Okay, so we put all pieces together and we want to make sure that the handle is actually still facing down when you are connecting the two large panels together. So this is the one side, this is the second side, and now we are gonna add the bias tape and we are gonna start on the bottom. So let's take the one end here and we are gonna start here. Before you attach the bias tape, you want to make sure that the both panels are equal. You don't want to have one side bigger, one smaller. So if there's anything that is, let's say I can see there's a little bit more here, let's cut it off. And you want to make them nice and even from all sides. And then we are gonna start on the bottom. It doesn't matter which side you will start, it's the same. And now we will push it all the way in because we have it prepped, and we will do the same thing what we did with this edge. So we have it nicely wrapped up, and then you can decide if you want to clip it all the way around or if you want to just add it on as you go. And then when we get to the corners, I will show you when we are sewing how we are gonna manage the corners, because then we are gonna go like this. So let me zoom in so you can see better. So when we go to the corners, we'll just say we will do corner here. Now we want to fold it like this towards the middle, so we have a nice 90-degree angle. Okay, so now when we are done with the bias tape on both sides, it looks pretty good. I'm happy how it turned out. So now the last thing is this handle. So we are not gonna keep it like this. We will put it up so it stays up. So we are just we did the binding, a little piece of thread. There's always something showing. Okay, now we are gonna place it up. Let's put one in here, one in here, and we are gonna go back and we are gonna stitch it on the top right there. Let me zoom in so you can see. So we are gonna stitch right here on the top. And there it is. And the handle is a little bit more versatile because you can just wrap it around anything. And or you can just, if you have a hook, you can just hook it up. But anyway, so this is ready for 2 patterns. I still have enough space here on the other side. And so that was today's project. I hope you found it helpful. Make sure you subscribe, comment below. If you have any suggestions for improvements, just send me a message. And yeah, we usually do sewing like this every week. And I will see you next time. Bye.